Hello and welcome to the Crush Your Career and Get Paid What You're Worth Masterclass. I'm so excited that you've joined us or that you're watching the recording. I do need to let you know that this is a re-recording of the class that we ran last night because we had some technical issues. So I thought rather than try and piece it together, I would re-record this morning for you so that you've got it all in one place and have a much better experience. What it means though is that you won't hear the questions that were asked or the discussion that we had. But if you do have any questions, please feel free to hit reply to any of the emails you have received or to shoot me a message via Andrea Westbrook Coaching on any social media app. So let's get started. So welcome, I've just done that. Now, this masterclass is for you if you are sick of your current 9 to 5. You feel unmotivated in your current job or career. You feel like you're stuck in a rut. You know you deserve to be paid what you're worth. And you're really just wanting something more from life. This masterclass is not for you if you are pumped to go to work every day, if you're passionate about the work that you do, if you feel connected to your purpose, if you have a sense of achievement every day, and if you're really clear on what career you want. What we're going to cover tonight is, or today, I'm going to give you an introduction, a bit of an overview of who I am and why I do what I do. I'm going to share with you 3 areas that you can improve in your job hunt. And I'm going to share my 3-step framework for career success and how I've incorporated that into my Supercharge Your Career consultation. I'm going to share with you some excellent, amazing, incredible bonuses and offers. And then I'm going to share with you next steps and how you can secure those for yourself. So normally here I would do a centering activity, and I am going to do it for you today because I think it's really important to help you connect into yourself so that you can be focused. So I invite you just to sit in your chair or wherever you're sitting. If you can have your feet flat on the floor, let your hips be heavy, draw the crown of your head up to the sky, let your shoulders relax and your spine straight. And I invite you to take your eyes either just down to a soft gaze, or you can close them if you wish. And then I ask you to just take a nice big breath deep into your belly. And then exhale. Just let everything go. Any thoughts of the day, your to-do list. Take a big inhale. Exhale, release. Any tension, any worries, any areas of tightness. And one more big, deep breath. Deep into your belly, into your side waist, into the back of your kidneys. And exhale, release. And take a moment to let this feeling integrate. And feel your presence in your room. Feel the space around you. And know that you're supported and guided in everything that you do. Now, I would like to start today's session by acknowledging the Yagara and Turrbal people who are the traditional custodians on the land on which I live and work. I'd also like to pay deep respect to the Yagara and Turrbal elders, past, present and emerging. And I extend this respect to the Aboriginal and Torres Strait people from other communities. So who am I? Well, hello, I'm Andrea Westbrook. I'm a mindset and confidence coach, and my mission is to coach curvy and plus size women to stop letting their size hold them back and to feel confident and worthy just as they are. I'm a qualified life coach. I got my qualification in 2020, and I have over 20 years recruitment experience. So I have worked with a lot of people, a lot of hiring managers, but also a lot of candidates and applicants to help them secure the jobs of their dreams. I've also been plus size for most of my life. So I know what you've experienced. I know how this has shaped you, and I know how it can hold you back from achieving the career of your dreams. And I know this because I let it hold me back too. And I want to be really vulnerable with you here and say, look, I know from the outside, it looks like I've had a pretty great career. And I would say for the last 10 or so years that I have. But before that, my career was, I'd left my career really up to chance. I had no career plan, and I really just went with the flow. And as a result, I just fell into a lot of roles, and because somebody knew me and knew what I could do and so forth. And sometimes those roles were fantastic. They really worked out for the best. And sometimes I was convinced to do something that was better for someone else than it was for me. And those jobs usually ended in a lot of heartache. And of course, I would start the roles with excitement, but pretty soon when I knew a role wasn't right for me, I'd feel like it was sucking my soul, and I would feel really stuck in a rut that I couldn't get out of because I didn't have the plan or the self-belief to move forward. It wasn't until I was in my late 30s that I really recognized that I needed to get clear, and I needed to start being strategic on what sort of career I wanted. I had to just get really clear on what was important to me, my values, the type of company I wanted to be a part of, and what I wanted to earn as well. But I think part of what held me back for so long was the beliefs that I had about my size. I believed that because I was fat, I needed to overcompensate by being nice. And that meant not asking for what I wanted or telling people how great I am. And I'd really left my career up to sort of, I call it the post and pray approach, is I would hope someone would notice me and deem me worthy to offer me the role that I wanted. But then I realized, actually, I'm in control here. I can create the life I want. And so that's what I went about doing. And that's what I do now. And now I help other women like me to create the career of their dreams too. So as I mentioned, I've worked in HR and recruitment for over 20 years, and I've spoken to hundreds, if not thousands, of candidates. And there are three areas that I see over and over again that are real gaps for candidates. And I just want to call out here that quite often candidates don't even realize that they have these gaps in their application or in the way they go about applying for jobs or looking for work. So if you identify with any of these, please know that you're not alone. These are things that are not often taught, and they are things that can be easily tweaked and improved. So the first thing that I always notice is when a candidate would come to me and they're not clear on what they want. And that actually makes it really difficult to be able to help them. Being able to communicate your career goals, the role that you want next, the salary that you want to earn is a crucial step in ensuring your career success. When you can't articulate this clearly, it's really hard to position yourself as the professional that you are. When you can confidently do this, when you can tell recruiters, hiring managers, even people within your network, they're really quickly able to know if they can help you, whether they need to refer you to someone else. And they might also be sort of checking the Rolodex in their brain as if there's any opportunities in their organization for you. Not knowing what you want can see you wasting loads of time and energy on applying for anything and everything. Now, I know well-meaning friends and family might tell you to apply for anything within your area of expertise or anything that's of interest to you. But I'm going to be really honest with you. I do not agree with that advice at all. I think being more targeted and strategic in your approach is far more successful. It saves you time and it ensures you're putting energy into the right places. It makes personalizing your applications, which is something I always advocate for, and your research time less time consuming. Also, you're less likely to get frustrated, because if you're applying for all of these roles and not getting any hits, your confidence is going to fall. You're going to get frustrated and you may end up taking a role that's not right for you. So it's really important that you get clear on this, on the type of work that you want to do, the role that you want, and have clarity on the culture and team, the company you want to work for, also the salary that you want to earn and the flexibility that you require. So we're in a different phase of society now post-COVID. A lot of organizations have realized that working from home, flexible work arrangements, reduced hours, hybrid arrangements are all possible work scenarios now. So if there's something that you want along those lines, be really clear about you want, or have some parameters, because a lot of employers out there are willing to make that work for you, because they know when their employees are happy, they're more productive. So once you have clarity on the type of work, of career or job that you want, it really means you can start to develop a practical action plan. Because without an action plan, you're really just taking a scattergun approach, which is frustrating, it's exhausting, and a targeted approach that's strategic to you, specific to you, because what works for you is not going to work for the next person. You are really, without that plan, you're really leaving your job hunt or your career move up to chance, waiting for someone to notice you. And like I said earlier, you may end up in a role that's not right for you. By having an action plan, it means you can be really specific about the job hunting activities that you want to do, ensuring your energy and focus is in the right place. And to add a little bit of the spiritual here, when you're putting your energy into what you want to do, into what excites you, the universe backs you up on this and it supports you, so works in your favor. When you're not working in alignment, it doesn't do that. So this is really important, that you've got an action plan that is aligned with you. It's also important because hiring methods can vary from industry to industry, from company to company even. The next area to improve in, and to me this is the most important area, is to work on your self-belief. I know that as a curvy woman, believing in yourself, especially when it comes to your career, it can feel really scary and strange, because it's not something that we've been conditioned to do, right? We've not been conditioned to articulate how great we are, what value we bring to an organization. We've been conditioned to do kind of great job, on to the next. And I especially know that applying for jobs and asking for opportunities is absolutely terrifying, especially when you've been with one employer for a long time, because when you start putting yourself out into the job market, you're really opening yourself up to be judged. But if you don't believe in yourself, if you don't believe in your skills, your experience, the qualities you bring, the talent, the knowledge that you possess, no one else is going to believe in it either. Now I'm going to stop in here for a moment and give you a bit of a pep talk, because I know if you're watching this recording, you are a smart, intelligent, motivated, passionate, kind human being, and you have so much to offer. You deserve a job, a career, a work environment where you are happy, where you are thriving, where you are filled with joy. And I want you to know that the world, your future colleagues, your future employer, your future customers, they need you. They need more of what you can bring, especially when you're being the best version of you. We need more of that. So please don't hide. And if you feel called, let's take action for you to take the next steps to achieve securing your dream role. When you believe in yourself, it gives you the courage to ask for what you want, including getting paid what you're worth. It helps you to explain what talent and value you have to offer an employer. It helps you to overcome that fear of reaching out and talking to your networks and applying for those jobs that are a stretch for you to do. Now, I deliberately have chosen that word, applying for jobs that are a stretch for you to do, because I think it's very easy to apply for roles that we know we can do 100%. But I actually want you to change that thinking and think, I want a role that might be a little bit more of a challenge for me. Not believing in yourself, and I think this is something I suffered from earlier in my career, means you might make a wrong decision and end up in a job or environment that's not right for you. When you're not strong in your self-belief, it's easier for other people to convince you to do what's right for them, not what's right for you. Now, I'd love to introduce you to the 3-step framework that I use to help you tweak these areas of improvement. And the first step is career clarity. The absolute first step in getting what you want is knowing what you want. When you have no idea, it's hard to know which path to follow, right? So you end up going with the flow, or you might go in one direction for a little bit and then another direction, not really getting anywhere. And I think this is a common experience, because when we're younger, it's kind of about getting the first job that we can. There's no real thought or discussion around, well, what are the next steps? So what we do is we jump into the job market, we jump into our career and start going with the flow. And our direction is driven by the current events, current people in our lives, current challenges, current fears, even current gossip or current wins. Like, it's not all bad. But because we aren't in control, we often being pushed onto courses that aren't right for us. And then we feel lost or stuck in a rut. But when you're really clear on where you want to go, you can make decisions that support that direction. You can make the decisions that are in your best interests, the decisions that keep you on track to where you want to go. But you also are in control to make different decisions and change your mind if you want to as well. And I think that's really important to bear in mind, that whatever you decide is not set in stone. You can flex and change as feels right for you. Now, there are some really great questions I have that you might want to ask yourself to help you explore what direction you might want to take. And these are, where are you now in terms of your career? Like, do a bit of a stock take. What is and isn't working for you? What do you most want to change about your job or career? Are there parts of it that you'd like to hang on to? What do you think are your transferable skills? What doubts and fears are holding you back? What support do you need? And how can you create an inspiring career goal for you to achieve? And I'd love to introduce you to Mel. When Mel came to me, she was in a job that she hated. She was unvalued and really treated with disrespect. You can see here that Mel got really clear on the skills, experience, and value that she had to offer an employer, and developed an amazing vision for the role that she wanted next. And she really linked that job career vision to what she wanted to create for her dream life. So once Mel knew what she wanted, she started reaching out to her existing networks and also building new ones. She explored different opportunities, and she actually implemented a kind of two-step process in her career to get her to where she is now. So first of all, she left the job that she hated and took on a part-time role. This really gave her the headspace to plan her longer goal and take action around that. And that goal was to travel around Australia in her caravan while working remotely. Now, I'm really excited to say for the last few months, I have been watching Mel travel around Australia. She's currently in the Northern Territory with her husband and dog, and looks like they have been having an amazing time. The second step is elevate. And this is my favorite part because this is where the sky is really the limit. This is where you get into creating your step-by-step action plan to get the results that you want. This is so you can know where to focus your energy and time and your resources. It helps you to say no to distractions, to the things that aren't going to get you to where you want to go, and to say yes to the things that are. Having a strategic action plan really helps you to be proactive, because when you know what you want and when you've got to do, you don't wait for things to happen. You actually take the steps to get there. This is also where all your fears and blocks and doubts are going to come up. So this is where we work through those and to help you keep in that momentum and really get you moving forward to achieving your career goals. Now, I'd love to introduce you to Nina. Nina started working with me just as she'd started a new role that was outside of her area of expertise. And she'd also recovered from some long-term health concerns, which had caused her to lose touch with who she was and what she really wanted to do. So at first, Nina was a bit unsure of how our process would work. But you can see here that fear was allayed because we developed an action plan. And that plan would help her to speak up in meetings, communicate her needs, put her ideas forward, and really develop her personal brand at work. Recently, Nina applied for and was successful in gaining a leadership role, which has been one of her long-term career goals. And the third step, if not the most important, is celebrate. This is where we would reflect on your journey and everything you have learned. This is the time to ensure you have the support and resources and the sustainability to keep moving forward with your success. And it's also really important that you work out a way to reward your achievement and its success in a way that feels good for you. Now, I wanted to introduce you to Belinda. When Belinda came to me, she was so frustrated. She has quite a unique communication style. And throughout her whole career, Belinda had been told that she needed to change to fit in, that she needed to change so that other people felt more comfortable around her. And to be honest, she was over it. So we sat back and explored, what would it be like if Belinda didn't have to change? What if we celebrated her and her unique style just the way she is and started to acknowledge the positives in that? And this really allowed Belinda to take a big breath and peel back the layers. So instead of focusing on what she needed to change, she was able to focus on what she really loved, who she really is, what she really wants to do. And since then, she's actually started two businesses, and supplements her income with a part-time role. She's also negotiated reduced hours and a higher salary. And this was because she was really connected into her value and her worth. She is happier, confident, and more connected to herself than she's ever been. So before I move into recapping this information, I really want to pause here, and I'd love for you to consider how you've been feeling about your career. What's brought you along to this session today? Why do you want to change? And why is it important that you work on this now? I really want you to think about this. And I really like you to grab some paper and a pen and just make a couple of notes as to why it is important that you work on this now. You might be thinking, I can't stay working in this crappy, stressful environment for another 12 months. It's going to suck my soul. It's going to impact my happiness. It's going to affect my health. Or you might be thinking, I want to work less so I can spend more time doing things that I love, spending time with my family. Maybe you want to do volunteer work, or you want to study, or going to the beach. And if I wait, the kids will be older, I'll be older, I'll do none of that, and I'll lose more of my time. Or you might even be thinking, I know I'm not being paid what I'm worth. Things are getting tight. And if I tolerate that for another year, I'm going to be even more and more financially behind. So my loves, I have just shared with you my super simple 3-step process to crush your career and get paid what you're worth. First step is create. Let's get clear on your vision, what you want to do, and of course, what you want to get paid. Elevate. Action steps towards achieving your career goals. I know when you get into action, the sky is the absolute limit, if not beyond. And celebrate. Let's reward your success and your achievements. Now, I really believe in this process, not only because I've done it myself, but I've also seen it over and over again with my clients. I know that by following these steps, you can achieve the career of your dreams and get paid what you're worth. And that's why I've incorporated this process into my Supercharge Your Career consultation. Would it be so? If it's okay with you now, I'm going to share some information on this service with you. So the first step in the Supercharge Your Career consultation is I will email you a questionnaire so that you can start exploring where you want to take your career. I really encourage you to take your time with this questionnaire and think about what you really want, because this ensures that we make the most of our time together. Once you've completed your questionnaire, then we'll have a 90-minute Zoom consultation. Oh, sorry. This is where we spend time diving deep into what you want and really helping you get crystal clear on your career goal and your next steps. And we then also in that session develop your step-by-step action plan. So you know exactly what steps you're going to take and in what order. Now, I put all of this into a project management tool called Asana for you. So you've got everything in one spot. You'll have your session recording, your actions, and any resources that I share with you in one place. Now, I know when you're on a coaching call that it's really easy to feel motivated and excited and all revved up, ready to go. But when you start putting your plan in process and taking those action steps, all of your fears come up, all of your doubts. Your mind starts telling you, you can't do that, or you start to make excuses. And I know you'll procrastinate. So I really thought about what I could offer you to help you work through that phase. And that's why, as a bonus, you will receive 30 days direct access to me, so I can support you through those moments when you feel lost or get stuck. Plus, I also want to be able to celebrate your wins with you. Now, as an additional bonus, I want to say, look, I'm a big believer in that the most important accountability you can have is the accountability to yourself. But I know how difficult that can be to maintain. And many of my clients have told me that the secret to their success has been the external accountability that coaching gives them. So to support you with that, I have included an additional external accountability call to help you stay on track. Now, because you're watching, you've joined us for this masterclass, and because it's my birthday week, I am offering 2 very special bonuses that are available for a limited time. So if you book a Supercharge Your Career consultation within the next 48 hours, so up until midnight on Friday, June 3rd, that's my birthday, you will receive as a bonus a resume and LinkedIn profile audit. This will save you time in refining these things. It'll help you to get you can have a professional second set of eyes on them and really help you to stand out from the application pack. Plus, now I know the rabbit warren that the internet is, and that finding the researching and finding information that you want to support your career can be time consuming. So I've done all the hard work for you, and I have compiled a list of the best career resources in the market with links. So this includes to help you, get with your research, you can get really clear. Now, this list includes links to current salary data, where you can find information on employee benefits, how to access employers that are particularly focused on supporting the careers of women, tools to identify your strengths, and much, much more. Now, I'm sure you'll agree that these bonuses are excellent value and will really ensure that you are kickstarting your career with a bang. The total value of this masterclass only offer is $1,200. But if you book your Supercharge Your Career session before midnight on Friday, June the 3rd, you will get all of this for $497. Now, before we go, I want to share with you the story of my client, Esther. I absolutely loved working with Esther. She is a superstar. Well, all my clients are superstars. But when Esther came to me, she'd had a couple of years off work to raise her family. She had started applying for jobs, but wasn't having any luck. And she was actually experiencing some discrimination in her job search. So she was feeling really defeated, disappointed, and upset with herself for not getting a job fast enough. Esther wanted to get clear on her career identity and understand where she stood in terms of the job market. Now, what I loved about working with Esther is because not only was she really motivated to work on the strategic elements of her job hunt, but she was also open to sitting with her emotions, exploring her negative self-talk and her self-belief. She was also really keen to learn how she could be more patient and kind with herself. And I knew right there and then that the work we were going to do was going to be life-changing. And you can see here by Esther's feedback that we were successful in this. And we were successful because she defined what a fulfilling and inspiring career would look like for her. She created action steps that felt good for her, that she knew she could take. And she trusted her intuition and worked on her confidence and self-worth again. Esther implemented every single action that we developed, and with a few weeks, she'd landed herself a contract for her dream job. Not only has Esther had this success career-wise, she has also gained the confidence to fulfill one of her biggest dreams, to start her own business. Esther didn't just turn her life around, she's created a whole new life for herself and continues to feel more and more empowered and confident. So we have gone really deep. We've looked at a lot tonight. We've looked at the 3 areas that you can tweak to get your career get on track to career success. We've really looked at why it's important to have a career clarity, an action plan, to believe in yourself, and of course, to celebrate. I've also shared with you my Supercharge Your Career consultation and the special bonuses that are available this week. Now, I know you'll probably want to go and digest all of this information and start thinking about what you can do. What are the next steps that you're going to take? How are you going to get on track to crushing your career and getting paid what you're worth? But I do want to talk you through the next steps of booking in for your Supercharge Your Career consultation. So what I'm going to do is email you. You will have received an email yesterday, actually, following the live masterclass, and that link will take you to an email, take you to my calendar. All you need to do is find a time that suits you, choose your preferred payment method, and secure your spot. You'll receive a confirmation email of your booking, Zoom details, and a link to the pre-session questionnaire straight away. I will send you an onboarding pack within 24 hours with all of the details that you need to know. And then all you need to do to prepare for our session is complete the questionnaire within 48 hours in advance, grab a pen and paper, find a nice quiet spot, remove all distractions, and we can get focused and really start working on your career goals. If you do have any questions, as I said at the beginning of this call, please feel free to either email me. You can hit reply to any of the emails you've received from me, and they will come into my inbox, or you can message me at Andrea Westbrook Coaching on Instagram, or Andrea Westbrook in Messenger, or Andrea Westbrook on LinkedIn. So I'm here I've cleared the decks for the next couple of days, so I'm here to answer any questions. If you do want to have a conversation with me about this, if you have any questions and you prefer to chat on the phone, just give me a shout. We can set something up really quickly and we can have a really, really quick chat about that, or as long as it takes. And I really just want to say thank you. Thank you so much for watching this recording. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please know, I'll reiterate again, I'm here for you. If you have any questions, thoughts, or feedback, please feel free to let me know. And I really look forward to speaking to you soon and helping you with your career goals. Thanks, everyone. Bye.